everyone, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. Today's topic, I have done a couple of videos on Black women and protection in the past. And a few weeks ago, I don't know if I've shared the video yet, but I said that I was going to come at it from a different angle. And I just would like to say Black women are protected, just not in the way that so many are asking. And let me see if I can get my thoughts out. So, as I've said in previous videos, Black women, ideally, you should be protected by your father and then your husband. You have a lot of Black women out here, or online, I should say, like the Brick Lady, and it's not just her, who have all of this hate and vitriol for men, but then at the same time, they're asking for protection, which makes no sense. Again, your father, your husband, and as I've also mentioned, when that becomes common within a community, then it has a trickle-down effect. Then more women would be so-called protected even by random men or just a community encapsulating them, because man number one knows this woman has a husband and he might have to answer to that husband. It's a snowball effect. I don't think that's the term I wanted to use. But when you do things in order, it works out in order. I don't know if that's how I wanted to word it, but a lot of women are out of pocket and out of order, and they're asking for protection while being out of order. So let me share one video here. In order to behave like that, that means you're protected. And I failed to mention, Black women, the ones who you hear complaining online for the most part, they're protected by the sisterhood and by the simps, son husbands, and the beta males that they raise. That is their protection. But again, it's not the protection that they want. A lot of these women, and I know I use her often, the Kendra G show, and I'm going to start doing some reaction videos to her show in the coming weeks. These women will have 5 kids. That seems to be the number on that show for some reason. 5 children, 5 different men, and these women want protection. How do you get protection when you have 5 men that you've had children by? Which one of them protects you? This is why it's important and imperative that you become a wife. And particularly, you become a wife before you become a mother. And that seems to be lost on a grander scale within our community. So I'm going to show another clip. Now that is flat out ridiculous. And again, the only reason she felt bold enough to do that is because she's protected by the sisterhood and the simps, as I've said. But see, here's the funny thing. The sisterhood is not going to be protecting you and covering you. You know what I mean? As far as, if you're a wife, your husband, he's your protector. He's your provider. He covers you. The sisterhood is not doing that. What the sisterhood is, it keeps women lost and delusional and entitled. And then a lot of these women can't move forward because no one is telling them, you know what, this looks ridiculous. And here are a few more images. It's not videos. Again, this is what the sisterhood protects. I've even had women who've come on my channel. I had this one woman tell me to let, I think it was Sexy Red, Suki Hana, and Ice Spice or whatever. She said, let them live or something like that. This is who Black women support. Now, if those women get married, then their husbands will protect them, but those women are not owed random protection from men. Likewise, a lot of the women out here who are saying, well, Black men don't protect us. Well, that's your husband's place to protect you. A lot of you, as I've said, you want to be out of pocket. You want to be out of order. You want to put the cart before the horse. You have your children, and then, oh, now I want a husband. Kendra G be having women on her show in their mid to late 50s, even their 60s. They've had their children, they've never been married, and then they fix their mouths to say, okay, now I'm ready to get married. This is what the sisterhood protects. And I plan to do another video. I have one out of, it's probably going to come out before this one, directed at the young ladies. Me telling you all, get out of the sisterhood if you want a husband in your life. Because the sisterhood is not conducive to husbands and marriage and the nuclear family. This is why the single mother rate is so high within the Black community. This is why women can get on camera and twerk and just be all kinds of ratchet and foul. So that was my brief video for today. Black women are protected, just not protected in the way that they would want. They want an alpha male to protect them after they've had 5 kids by 5 different men who are no good. This is where the confusion is coming into play. Because if you want a certain level of protection, then you need to put yourself in place to receive it. And I know some women out here, because I've seen some of the videos, people saying that Black women don't deserve protection. Are people really saying that? And you can say that I'm saying that, but I'm really not. What I am saying is, yeah, let your husband protect you. And let's get on board to bring back the nuclear family. And that would help the whole community as a whole. But y'all not going to do that. And speaking of which, I plan to tackle a video coming up, Project 2025, where they're going to start letting down the hammer on the single motherhood rate. And it's actually going to be more damaging to the Black community than anybody else. Because those other women, they're going to get on board and they're going to get themselves husbands and get covered. Black women are going to continue to fight the whole, I don't need a husband, husbands, it don't matter if you're married or not, and all of that type stuff. So Black women are going to be the ones that's going to hurt and the children as well, once this Project 2025 comes into play. And I plan to study that a little bit before I bring it to you. So that was my topic for today. I hope you like, subscribe, check out my other videos, and I will talk to you later. Bye.